What is up, guys? It's me, Sukarna, back here again. And I know it's been like so long since I've done one of these. And that's actually what I came to talk about. Every time I talk about one of these, or every time I do one of these, my bad, I always have like a set little topic I talk about. And I think the last time I did it, I talked about like my self-hate and everything like that. And today, I kind of just want to talk about consistency. You can't achieve any dream in this world without consistency, no matter what it is. I want to be this kind of, influential speaker, entertainer. But look at how much I post. Look at, my posting habits and my dedication to the craft. It's bad. It's terrible, honestly. That's not even my self-hate coming out. That's just me speaking facts. And on top of the self-hate, the bad consistency it's never gonna work out. So I gotta change something. And I'm planning to come out and speak more. Cause on my YouTube channel, all I really do are these videos where I just open up my camera app, look at it, and talk about what I'm feeling. And today I'm feeling like I need to get on myself and anybody else that's inconsistent in their own personal hobby/dream. You hear what I'm saying? I have a friend, his name's Louis, Ludo, Lou, whatever you know him as, lead singer of a band. And we met probably, I want to say, a year and some change ago. And the thing about Lou is when we first met, Lou's band, my bad, was it wasn't like down there at the bottom, but they were like charting really slow. And then I remember the first time I met him, we just introduced ourselves, told each other that we made music or whatever, and that was it. Cool little interaction. The second time I met him, he just, he opened up to me. He was like, he could tell I was a cool dude. We've been following each other for a while. And he was like, look, man, my band is good and all, and I feel like we got the potential. We just don't get any of the publicity, and I'm not really a social media person. And I just told him straight up, I was like, when it comes to making music or doing gaming or anything social media based, entertainment based, you have to like obnoxiously fill the feed with, your own content, whether it be promos or little memes and stuff to promote the band. Whatever way you can promote the band, I need to see your face in my feed 8, 9, 10 times a day. At first, he started off slow, like a video like every other day, every 3 days or whatever. But when the numbers started showing, he increased that the amount of videos that he was pushing out every day, even if they were reposts. It might be a repost to somebody that's seen it already, but to somebody that's seen that video for the first time, it's not a repost to them. So reposting videos can be seen as lazy or whatever, but it's also good for new engagement. Not only that, but it's just good to keep active in the algorithm in the feed, keep refreshing it with your content, because at the end of the day, eventually, somebody's gonna hear your song or see your video or see your clip, and it's gonna get stuck in their head. It's gonna get contagious. And once you become contagious, the only thing that follows after a parasite is an outbreak. So obviously nowadays Nova Brute, his band, they're like doing insanely good. And I remember when I first saw that, it inspired me so much to keep going with my own craft, because it was my advice that helped him out. And he honestly always thanks me. Like, he always asks me to come to every show, and he always thanks me for my advice whenever we see each other. And he holds me to this super high standard. And obviously, me being, I'm not gonna say I'm a nobody. You should never say you're a nobody. But me being like a normal guy, obviously him having some elevated status in the social world, to me, that's insane to hear. I don't even know how you would think of me like that. But that just goes to show that perspectives mean everything in life. You gotta have a good perspective and a good mindset on anything you want to do, or else you'll never do it. On top of staying consistent, it's hard to stay consistent with a bad mindset, and a bad mindset will always conjure up bad perspectives. So those three things work together to unite and make a dream become a reality. And at the end of the day, that's what you really want. You want your dream to become a reality. I want that for everybody. I don't care what it is you want to do. If you want to be a stripper, a fucking gamer, if you want to lay in your house all day, Whatever you want to do, you got to make moves to make it happen, and they got to start small. They can't be big. Like always, when people always ask me how come I'm never consistently streaming or dropping videos, I always say the same thing. You know, I love doing it, but the numbers aren't, you know, there. Like there aren't enough, you know, numbers and interaction for me to feel like it's going to be able to go anywhere. But I got, you know, every once in a while I'm thinking about that, and then I'm like, well, look at Lou's band, you know. And he's not the only one. I mean, I have a friend named Seven who also makes music. Seven was also in the same boat as me, you know, his craft wasn't really going anywhere. And then he started promoting everything, and he dropped the album 2 summers ago, and it did way better numbers than anything he's ever seen. And like, I'm not even gonna lie, like I've been sitting here acting like I haven't had a break yet. I have 5,000 followers on TikTok, and I have like a 40K, like I think it's at like 3K likes and like 80 comments, 40K views. This is a random little TikTok skit that I did while I was at SuperCon last year, and I dressed up as David, and we basically shot like a Cyberpunk X Tarkov skit, and it blew up immediately. Like I recorded, edited at the con all in like 5 minutes off a limb and posted it. So you always got to remember, when you have ideas, if you're not gonna do it right then and there, at least write it down. Like you won't believe how many skits, videos, streams, song ideas I've had, and I just let them go to waste because I never recorded them or like saved them or anything like that, you know. No, everybody has the possibility to be whatever they want to be in life. Some stuff is just harder than others. Oh, I don't even, damn, 20, my battery is low. I don't even remember where I was at. Basically, I'm finna end it here. Everybody has the will and the destiny to do whatever they want in their life. Like, I know you might think of it as, yeah, you know, I grew up poor and this and that. There's no way I can ever have money or be this or be that. My self-confidence is low. It's this, it's that, you know. Like, you can't think like that. You have to think of it as, well, maybe I could be the first person to, you know, be a bodybuilder, even though I have weight issue, you know, like body dysmorphia, or, you know, I got self-image issues and stuff like that. You can't let your corrupt mind hold you back from your awesome destiny. Everybody has a good destiny lined up for them. They just got to chase it and make it happen. You either could work your entire life and not own up to anything and be forgotten when you die, or you could at least try and be remembered by some, and who knows, maybe even blow up and be remembered by all. But I'd rather be remembered by some than work every day and be remembered by none. You know, just take those words and do with them what you will. I know it's not as long as it usually is, but this is all I got for you guys today. Unfortunately, I'm in a super bad mindset. So the fact that I even came out to do this video today is, you know, like I said, it's no effort. So the fact that I can't do one of these at least once a week shows like my mind is, it's bad. You know, I'm fighting wars in there, and it's not like I want to. It's just life, you know. You can have a bad life now, but always remember, stuff could change in a day, a year, a month, maybe even a decade. I know that sounds like a lot of time, and you know, you want stuff to be different right now at this very second, but you gotta have bad to appreciate the good. Without the bad memories, you won't know what a good memory is, you know. If everything in life is good for you, then your life is boring. Sug out.